Newcastle United have returned to pre-season training with their first game against Gateshead this Saturday, and the tickets for the two home friendlies have now gone on sale this morning. Callum Wilson has been linked with a contract extension, and safe standing has now been approved for Premiership teams. Would you like to see it at St James's Park? Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Toon Tuesdays, your weekly roundup of Newcastle United news. I am reporting live from a hotel down south because I'm away with work at the moment, but I do not miss an episode of Toon Tuesdays, and if you don't want to miss one, hit that subscribe button. Loads of you guys watch my videos but have still not hit that big red button. It really helps the channel and it means you guys do not miss an episode, and it's free, so give it a click. We saw the players return to pre-season at the weekend. Eddie Howe was there, Dan Burn was there, Joe Linton was there, Callum Wilson was there. We are still missing a few players. Sven Botman, for example. Trippier and the players on international duty are due to return tomorrow, Wednesday, for pre-season. And then we kickstart things with a game against Gateshead on Saturday. It is behind closed doors. There has not been much said about that, to be honest. There's been no time. I'm presuming they've not given a time to try and mean there's less people stood around the training ground. I reckon there'll be a lot of people there on Saturday trying to get a glimpse of the game. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, I would love if they could live stream it or let us see a little bit of what's going on, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. The games over in Austria are not far away yet. Still waiting on confirmation of those tickets, as well as the game over in Portugal against Benfica. But the tickets for the two friendlies at St James's Park at the end of this month, at the end of July, went on sale this morning. And I'm going to go ahead and guess they've sold out. I'm actually recording this on the Monday night, ready for you guys on Tuesday, so I don't even know if I've managed to get a ticket yet. It doesn't say whether it's season ticket holders first, it doesn't say whether it's members first, it just says they go on sale at 10 o'clock, so I've got a feeling there might be a lot of Newcastle fans trying to get a ticket, so hopefully I got one for both, or one. They are doing a deal. I have seen that you can buy one or the other or both with a little discount. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Hopefully I've got one. Let me know down in the comments below if you were able to get a ticket for the friendlies. We talk a lot about this current summer window. Obviously we are in the market. We've gone out and bought Sven Botman. We are being linked with Moussa Diaby. We are being linked with Tielemans. We are being linked with a lot of players. But Dan Ashworth was brought in here to do a job, and that job is not just the now, it's for the future as well. And we've just seen a whole host of youngsters sign their first ever deal with Newcastle United, so best of luck to all the lads joining. Who knows, maybe 5-10 years time we can see them in the starting lineup, even less possibly, you know, if they've got the talent, get them in early. And we've also seen a couple of players, one for example from Tottenham, come over and sign. So it's not just the players coming up through the youth, it's actually us going out and looking for youngsters to bring in as well, which is great to see, because again, yes, it's not a huge impact right now, but we want to see more players come through our academy. That's another big part of why Dan Ashworth was brought in, and it's great to see he's got started. Speaking of players coming in, Dan Langley has gone out. He has joined Gateshead on loan. Again, that's a big thing for us this summer. We're hearing a lot about players we're being linked with, but not a lot on players leaving. Obviously, we saw Hayden leave, go to Norwich for the season-long loan, although I do expect him to stay there. He wasn't in the squad anyway, was he? Because he was injured, so he missed the second half of last season. So really, we still haven't actually moved anyone out the squad. I mean, we've brought Sven Botman in, we've brought Nick Pope in. We've not actually moved anyone on. So again, with Nick Pope, that's 4 goalies with Dubravka, Gillespie, Darlow. Darlow's been heavily linked to Middlesbrough, so I expect either him or Gillespie to go. I mean, even Dubravka's being linked away. You know what it is as well? The transfer window doesn't end until after the games start, which is not great. I mean, it's good if you start the season and have a nightmare. You have time to go and buy another player. It's not great when we start the season. Nick Pope starts. Dubravka doesn't like being number 2 and wants to move away before the season, you know, really gets underway. So we'll have to kind of watch the space on that one. But again, we need to move players on. Sven Botman's come in. We haven't moved anyone out. And again, we are linked with more and more players. We want a winger, we want a striker. We're going to have to see some players leave. Something non-football related, we saw Bruno Guimaraes get engaged, so a massive congratulations to him. We also saw him asking for a dog groomer on Instagram, so if you are a dog groomer or know one, Newcastle's number one midfielder is looking for a dog groomer, so get on his Instagram and let him know you're interested. There's a few rumours that Callum Wilson could well be signing a new contract with the club, an extension to his current contract. If I'm not mistaken, he's got 2 years left on his deal. He's 30 years old. Let me know your thoughts down below. I have no issue with Callum Wilson signing a new deal. I think Callum Wilson is a very good striker, and I want to keep him at the club. I wonder only about his injury issues, to be honest. He's 30 years old, so even if he runs out his current contract, he'll be 32. So unless it's maybe just an extra year on top of that, it'll be 3 years now. When someone says a contract extension, it goes through my mind 3-4 years. Surely not on top of the 2 years he's already got. I'm presuming it could be the current 2 years plus an extra year, and I don't mind that. Maybe we could go in with an option to add a year when the 2 years are up, as opposed to offering it to him now. I don't know. My thoughts are we are going through a process. We're bringing in new players. Callum Wilson on his day. Again, I've said it already. If Callum Wilson can stay fit, he's an England player for me. He really is. I think he could definitely help add in the World Cup in a team that's just had an absolute stinker at the Nations League. Callum Wilson could be that guy. Let me know your thoughts down below. Again, if he's playing and he's fit, he's generally on fire. I mean, he scored pretty much a goal every 2 games for us this season, finished the top goal scorer despite only playing 18 times, so he's a great player. I think he possibly deserves an extension. It's just the injuries that worry me, and do we need to do it now? He's got 2 years left. Can we see how he gets on this season? If he comes out and plays amazingly, give it to him. If he has another injury-riddled season, then maybe we don't. Let me know your thoughts on Callum Wilson down below. And the big news coming out yesterday is that the Premiership and Championship have approved safe standing throughout the leagues. We saw, I think, a handful of clubs test this over time. Obviously, the Spurs Stadium, they had safe standing. I believe that there's a few other clubs like Wolves are already ready to go for safe standing coming in this season. And the first thing I thought of was, can we get it in St James's Park? Do we want it in St James's Park? Can it help increase the capacity of St James's Park? Let me know your thoughts on safe standing in general down below. I know that obviously Celtic have had it over in their stadium as well. It's generally been coming back over time, and it's great news, to be honest. I mean, especially at away games. I'm assuming a lot of stadiums will look to put safe standing in the away ends because no one sits down anyway, to be honest. For Newcastle, the obvious stand would be the Gallowgate, because that's where you would assume they would put safe standing. It's a funny one with St James's Park because we've already got loads of season tickets. What if someone in the Gallowgate doesn't want to do safe standing? How are they going to kind of overnight manoeuvre this around where it's here, it's there, it's not, it is? Partly, as well, the Gallowgate's already pretty loud, to be honest. That would be a great place for it, and I think that would be the natural place to put it. But the idea of safe standing is to make it louder, more exciting. And in fairness, the majority of St James's Park has been very loud and exciting thanks to War Flags, thanks to the new owners, thanks to the general better football with Eddie Howe and the players we've got at the moment. But I thought maybe the East Stand Leazer's Corner, maybe, just to kind of have like two opposite ends, or maybe in the Leazer's Corner, to kind of have a Gallowgate and a Leazer's. Maybe they could both do safe standing, trying to have a bit of extra oomph from both ends of the pitch, not just the Gallowgate end. So let me know your thoughts on that. Obviously, the issue is trying to get it through approval. Who does have a season ticket? Who doesn't? Do they want to stand? Do they not? And then moving on to the capacity side of things. So obviously, I have done quite a bit of reading and a little bit of research, and I did visit Celtic Stadium a couple of years ago, and I did ask about it at the time. And generally, the answer's no, pretty much, because the way safe standing works is that effectively you need to have a seat. Although it's standing, you have a seat, you have a rail in front of you, you can push the seat up, you can stand behind the rail. It's just Again, it's like an away game. It's just more social. There's a little bit more excitement to it. Again, not everyone wants it, which is why you might struggle to pick a section of St James's Park where everyone approves it. Who knows? But in terms of capacity, you still need to have a seat per person. So it wouldn't actually help the capacity. What it could do, and I've seen this over in Germany again, it's being done around Europe. As things progress slightly, you can look to basically put in an extra step on every row, on every aisle, because then someone can, because you're standing, someone can stand below, someone can stand above. You're effectively getting like 2 people into one row that would normally be 1, and that would help increase the capacity. But that's now going to involve Newcastle having to put these steps in all around the stadium to first get the safe standing, then to have the laws changed to allow us to even do that, because I don't think that's part of the safe standing agreement that has been rolled out in the Premier League. And then, again, this is why you need a seat, because I don't think safe standing is permitted in Europa League or Champions League. So that's why you still need to have the seats, because if teams do, or if Newcastle do, hopefully, in the next year or 2, or 3 or 4, I won't jinx it, but you know what I mean, we would still need a seat. Because if you went to those games, you wouldn't be allowed to stand. You would have to sit in that chair. So it's great. I'm gonna come out and say it's great that the Premier League have approved it, especially for the grounds for the away ends where everyone stands anyway. And I think that's possibly one of the things that kind of pushed them on this, is particularly away games, but generally most stadiums have an area where people stand anyway. You know, people do stand in the Gallagher quite a lot throughout the games. In the away end, everyone stands. And what's safer? Having a seated seat that everyone just stands on anyway, or do that but with a railing. So effectively, it is safer to do it this way than to just allow everyone to stand anyway. So let me know your thoughts on safe seating down below. As we go through this conversation on could it help increase the capacity of St James's Park, I don't think that's the answer. I think it could certainly help towards it as we go down this road over the next few years, and depending on what laws are brought out and changed and what do you actually need for safe standing. Again, they're being so careful over it for good reason. If you're then going to now allow more people in to that section just because obviously if you build a new stand or build up on a stand, you add new bars, you add new toilets, you add new exits, you add new fire exits, you add loads of stuff to accommodate all those people. If we suddenly just went in, right, we've got safe standing now, 3 more people go and stand, 3,000 more people go and stand over there, that's then creating issues in the concourse and in that kind of thing. So there's a lot to it. Overall, it's great. I'm happy to see it. I'd love to see it in the away ends, and I'd love to see it in St James's Park in general, but I think it could take a bit of time for us to get it going in St James's Park. But regardless, would you like to see safe standing in St James's Park? Let me know down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's Toon Tuesdays again. It's a bit of a different environment. I've been a little bit rushed, but I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, hit that big red button. Again, loads of you guys are watching Toon Tuesdays every week, but haven't hit that subscribe button. It's free. It helps me. It means you guys do not miss an episode. And if you have enjoyed it, be sure to click here, where I actually have done a full video talking about the refurbishment work that is currently going on at St James's Park. So if you've not seen that already, it's a great watch. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a great week. Videos every day at the moment, so do not miss them. And I'll catch you later.